Hi there, my name is Mark, and if you recently re-entered the job market like I did, you've probably been absolutely shocked at how much more difficult it is to get an interview, much less a job in today's market. About 10 months ago, the company I work for announced a major reorg that finally impacted me about 4 months later. So I created a new AI-powered career advisor, initially just for myself, to thoroughly analyze my background and interest and identify the top 5 careers that would be an ideal match for me. And most importantly, something I would genuinely enjoy doing on a daily basis. It worked great and was a fantastic start because it told me exactly which careers I should begin exploring. So, armed with an MBA and more than 20 years of professional experience, I did exactly what I had done before when I found a great job 2 years earlier. I subscribed to a pricey $70 a month premium LinkedIn membership, just like last time. I updated my resume, created customized cover letters, and even templates for some short notes to introduce myself to recruiters. Then I started applying to every potential job opportunity that caught my interest and had been posted within the last 30 days or so. Because there were literally hundreds of remote jobs nationwide that fit the targeted careers I was interested in, it took hours every night after work to apply for them. All of this involved a lot of late nights and clicking through countless job postings, but in the end, I knew it would be worth it once the interview started. So after 2 months of meticulously monitoring job boards every day for new postings, applying online with customized cover letters, and writing follow-up email messages on LinkedIn, I took a moment to look back on the results I had so far from all of my job hunting efforts. Out of more than 200 online job applications that I had submitted over a 2-month period, it led to exactly 1 interview and 0 jobs. I couldn't believe it, a 99% interview rejection rate. At that point, I decided I needed to pause and track down some answers. So I called a really good friend of mine who's been a Fortune 500 recruiter with more than 15 years experience, and I told him, look, everything I've been doing the last couple of months worked great when I found my last job 2 years ago. Why isn't this working now, and what am I doing wrong? He sighed and paused a bit before he finally told me, Mark, it's not you. It's like that everywhere right now. 2024 is now a job market that definitely favors employers, especially when it comes to working remotely. In fact, I'm in regular contact with other recruiters nationwide, and the job market is so bad for job seekers that we're seeing VPs accepting manager-level positions right now. So whatever you're applying for today, you're competing against people who are at least 2 management levels above you for the same job. He then began explaining more about what was really going on behind the scenes with corporate recruiters and the entire hiring process that exists today, like which applicants get top priority with recruiters. And no surprise, it's not necessarily the most qualified, but he said there was still a way to get into this top priority group. He also explained why today's recruiting tools were automatically filtering out people like me and what I could do to stop it. Then he told me about one technique I could use that would make me 3 to 4 times more likely to be hired over everyone else applying for the same job. Not 30 to 40% more likely, 300 to 400% more likely to be hired over everyone else. That one really caught my attention. But he surprised me even more when he said that recruiters do not see some of the most qualified applications submitted for a job. My friend explained exactly why this happens and what I could do to fix the situation for whatever I submitted. As startling as it was to hear some of these behind-the-scenes recruiting secrets, I took all of his advice to heart and completely revamped my approach. He and I would check in at least every other week to strategize until I'm happy and very grateful to report that not only did I finally get a promotion into a career track that I absolutely love, but I even got a nice raise out of it. I told my recruiter friend that he had to write down all of these great insider secrets so that others would understand how to navigate today's very frustrating and frankly, very humbling job market. Thankfully, he agreed to do so, and after combining that with the AI career advisor I had created earlier, we put together something we think will help a lot of people you may know who are struggling with the same frustrating job market he and I just made it through. The first thing is my personal AI career advisor to help you identify your ideal career in about 5 minutes, without having to answer any survey questions. This AI tool is 100% free and it's yours to use and keep for as long as you'd like. Now, once you've identified the handful of careers that seem like an unusually great match between your interests and experience, you'll need to understand the new rules about how to successfully navigate through today's tough job market. That's when my friend's Job Hunting Tips and Tricks report comes into the picture, and it's completely optional. This is where he's written down all of the best job hunting tips and tricks he shared with me over the last 10 months or so. The entire goal of this report is to give yourself the best possible chance of actually being invited in for an interview and sitting directly in front of the hiring manager. Finally, if you'd like real-time feedback to improve your resume, get advice and practice with some of today's toughest interview questions, or develop job hunting strategies tailored specifically to your professional goals, you can also schedule time for a live consultation with a professional recruiter. It's one-on-one and completely confidential. These three elements offer the absolute best combination of AI-powered tools and professional advice we've found so far to help you discover and get hired into the kind of job and career you were meant for. Thanks for listening, and best of luck in the next phase of your career.